Greetings, EDC community, and welcome to the 2020 Green and Blue event, the Living Room Edition. We are so happy to have y'all joining us here for our first ever virtual event here in these beautiful studios in downtown Santa Barbara, generously donated by Oniricom. While we miss being with you all at the usual Stowe House event, hanging with some of our best friends, sipping on some wines from Ojai Winery, some Rincon Beer Brews, munching on appetizers from Duo Catering, all the while mixing and mingling and perusing bidding on the fantastic live auction events. Some things will remain the same. We want to take this opportunity to thank you, our generous supporters and sponsors. We're going to celebrate some EDC achievements and victories. And here's some updates from our Chief Counsel, Linda Kropp, as well as Owen Bailey, our Executive Director. We've got some special guests, Mr. Bill McKibben, an acclaimed author and environmentalist, and our old friend, Glenn Phillips, will be doing a musical set for us. Then we'll also be doing our 2020 Environmental Hero Award, honoring State Senator Hannah-Beth Jackson. And of course, we are very happy to have our friend Jim Nye once again running the auction for us. Hey Jim, how you doing over at the other end of that studio?
What's happening, living room friend? Judy's hanging out in the living room. I'm somewhere, I don't know, I'm like in a basement or something. We really have no idea where we are, but we definitely are here to support EDC. Thank you for being here. I wish we're all together in front of this wonderful tent. We usually get it, hundreds of people running and screaming and giving generously and supporting people who give more than they think they should while feeling great about it to support EDC. But instead, we're here virtually, and it's all right. We're still going to raise an amazing amount of generosity. We're going to support EDC like no other. We got the chat window going already. If you look down at your chat window, if you aren't in there yet, start saying hello to people. Let people know where you're coming from. How far away is our farthest generous person joining us? I see people in here already talking about people in their pajamas. They want pictures of it. I'm not sure we're going to go in that direction tonight. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the price is right. We do have surfboards we're going to be live auctioning. We've got a plant we're going to be... No, we're not selling that? We're not selling that. Never mind. Go to that chat window, everybody. If you do have questions, you can hinge them into the chat window. We'll do our best to ask them as well. But more than anything else, encourage other people to give and support EDC tonight. With all that in mind, we're going to turn it back to Judy, who I think is probably raiding the wine cellar by now. Judy, come out of the wine cellar.
Hey, thanks, Jim. We're ready to go. We'll check back in with you later. So being president of the board of the directors of the Environmental Defense Center is a labor of love for me. I hope it shows. And I'm extremely fortunate and grateful to work with a talented board of directors, as well as a huge amount of volunteers that help us get our work done. You also see streaming across the stream the list of our incredible, hardworking, dedicated staff. So if you would join me at home, raise your glass, and let's make a toast to the EDC staff. Thank you. Woo. So you all know that how vital it is that we have the Environmental Defense Center on the job day in and day out doing their important work. The annual Green and Blue event is roughly 15% of our budget each year. So it's a very important fundraiser for us, and we want to thank all of you so much for your support here this evening. It's now my pleasure to introduce our extraordinary Chief Counsel, Linda Kropp.
Thank you so much, Judy. And thank all of you for being here for our virtual Green and Blue. As you can see, I'm here at home, and I would much rather be with all of you, but it's important in this challenging time that we find alternative ways to reach out and connect. I'm really proud of our community and how we're responding to the COVID-19 pandemic and responding to police brutality against Blacks and other people of color. We are one community, and it's important that we stand together. At EDC, our work is not done unless everyone has access to clean air, clean water, and safe food. Our work is not done unless we all can enjoy the great outdoors, from the mountains to the sea. And our work is not done unless we can all rest easy knowing that we're living in this thriving ecosystem and that our future is not threatened by climate disruption, droughts, fires, and sea level rise. Here at EDC, we've been expanding our partnerships and collaborations. We've been working with social and environmental justice group and local tribes, and together with them, we're here to celebrate some of our significant accomplishments from the last year. First, defeating 2 massive cyclic steam injection projects in Cat Canyon. Second, increasing protections for steelhead on the Santa Ynez River by obtaining an order from the State Water Resources Control Board. Protecting ag lands in the Santa Ynez Valley thanks to Solvang's new urban growth boundary measure. Improving air quality by getting ships to slow down in the channel. Beginning the transition away from dirty fossil fuels by permanently shutting down at least 8 platforms in the Santa Barbara Channel. Banning unrestricted target shooting in the Los Padres National Forest. Cleaning up creeks and defending strong creek protection policies. And finally, knowing that our prior legal work in Ventura County led to a ban on fracking permits. But unfortunately, our work is not done, and that's one thing that remains constant, is our work is not done. But with your support, we will continue the effort to block ExxonMobil's plans to restart platforms in the channel and truck oil along scenic Highway 101 and dangerous Route 166. To stop the Trump administration's crazy plan to open the entire coast to new oil drilling. To protect our community's drinking water and air quality from plans to drill more than 200 new wells in Cat Canyon. To preserve more Mesa, Naples, and the Gaviota Coast from urban development. To restore steelhead to our local watersheds, including the Santa Maria, Santa Ynez, and Ventura watersheds. To prevent subdivision and development of the 4,000-acre Rancho La Laguna in Santa Ynez Valley. To retain the injunction we received prohibiting fracking from the offshore platforms. To build off our work establishing marine protected areas to make sure we protect enough of the ocean to provide resilience in the face of climate change and other threats. And promoting environmentally sound renewable energy. To continue this work, we rely on your support and on our expanding coalition of organizations and individuals in our community and throughout the state. Thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce our Executive Director, Owen Bailey, who will make a few comments and then show a beautiful short video.
Thank you for joining us from wherever you are tonight. This is, as you know, a very unusual event for the Environmental Defense Center, just as 2020 has been a very unusual year for each of us in the midst of a global pandemic and a long overdue conversation about Black lives and the struggle for racial equality and social and environmental justice. But here we are tonight at Green and Blue, which is the most important fundraiser of the year for EDC, bar none. Over the course of the next hour, we are going to raise critical funds for many of the projects that Linda was talking about, funds that allow EDC to do the work to protect our climate, our clean water, to protect endangered species, and healthy communities. So tonight looks a little different. I'm obviously standing in my living room, and you're watching me from yours. You're on your couch or at your dining room table. But the importance of this evening to EDC and to sustaining our work is undiminished. This year I celebrated my 7th anniversary leading this important organization, and I can tell you unreservedly that I could not be more proud of this team and the results that it delivers. Year after year, this organization takes on projects that many people look at and go, that's impossible, that can't be stopped. And then EDC stops them, year after year. That was the case when I first worked with EDC some 16 years ago. We were trying to stop a liquefied natural gas terminal that was proposed off the coast of Oxnard, and so many people said that that project was not stoppable, until EDC helped stop it. And then just a few years ago, the same scenario, EDC helped prevent the unstoppable flood of Phillips 66 oil trains that were threatening our coastal communities. Well, that case was made again this year, when EDC and our clients and our broad coalition of partners have already stopped 2 of the 3 oil projects proposed for Cat Canyon, projects which would have tripled oil production in Santa Barbara County. The fact is, EDC's work has never been more important than it is right now. The threats to our environment, to our communities, are not diminished by COVID-19. The Trump administration has not altered its stance on climate change, nor has it changed its behavior in terms of cronyism, corruption, corporate giveaways. Oil companies are continuing to work to tap the dangerously hard to access oil that remains beneath our feet. And the open space and plants and animals that share this beautiful place with us are no less at risk than they were just a few months ago. And so EDC keeps working. And it doesn't matter whether we're working from our homes or we're in our office, whether we're on a small screen or we're there in person. EDC works day after day after day to protect what really matters. EDC is there year after year and challenge after challenge to protect those at risk and to protect future generations. So when an oil company proposes to drill near our schools and then to truck hundreds upon hundreds of oil tankers through our communities each day, EDC stands up. EDC goes to work when the Trump administration proposes to auction off our coast to the highest bidder. EDC's attorneys and analysts are working every day to protect open space and wildlife from insatiable urban sprawl. And this staff serves as the last line of defense when the federal government permits oil companies to frack and to acidize from platforms in the Santa Barbara Channel, putting our communities, our economy, our climate, and our future at risk. And how is EDC able to do all of these things? How is EDC able to provide win after win for our community and our environment? It's you. It's this community coming together to support our work. Without you, there is no EDC. This is your environment, and this is your Environmental Defense Center. And we are all so grateful to have you with us. We're grateful you're spending your evening with us, and we're grateful for the support that you provide to keep us doing the work that we all need done. So thank you. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your support, which keeps us going.
There is a place. At the northernmost gate of Southern California, there is a place. A place where the mountains meet the sea and the sky above dances electric. A place that is rich with canyons and creeks, soft golden light and warm sage-scented winds. A place for migrating birds and whales, wildflowers, oak trees, and centuries-old ranch land. There is a place, and indeed, modern man has left his mark on this place, but a line of defense has been drawn to protect it. Cities sit surrounded by wide open spaces. Thriving oceans teem with wildlife, and creeks flow clean and free from the mountaintops to the sea. There is a place, the place you call home. This place is vital to you. No matter the season, you are rewarded with room to roam and fresh air to breathe. Expansive beaches and unpaved trails allow you to stretch your legs and open your mind. You are nourished year-round by farm-fresh food and invigorated by views of world-class coastlines, untouched peaks, and rolling countryside. This is your place, and this place is under pressure. Constant pressure to change, to grow, to develop. No one knows better than you what stands to be lost if the current path of exploitation and unnecessary risk continues. Should you give way to the trappings of progress, this loss will not be a matter of if, but when. Your home is a paradise on the precipice, and your choices fuel both the good and the bad. Luckily, thankfully, mercifully, there is a legacy that guards this place and an organization positioned to help. The Environmental Defense Center embodies a legacy that generations of stewards painstakingly fought to protect and pass on to you. A legacy that you can choose to defend. This place is in your hands. The question is, what will you do with it?
Wow. So we have reached the most rewarding, most important moment of our entire virtual gala. We can probably say that EDC is a small organization. It will always be the David in the face of the Goliath, but they are one of the most effective environmental organizations out there. This is it, guys. This is it. This is the reason we're here. And every year at this point, I ask hundreds of people under a tent to raise bid cards and give generously. We're going to do the same thing right here without the bid cards, but I want you to scream and yell every time you give. I want your neighbors, I want your friends, I want the people behind you wondering what the heck you're watching to all be very happy that you are giving to support our community, to support our environment, to support other people. So you're going to see those pledge buttons on there as soon as I get very excited, which is like happening already because I can sense the generosity is about to come. They're probably going to say slow down. Tell Jim to slow down. So you see a $10,000 button up there. It's a green button that says pledge $10,000. You can go ahead and hit that right now if you would like to give $10,000. We would love you. On the other hand, there's a black button there. It says pledge other. You can give any amount you want at any time. So you can hit that black button that says pledge other. If you want to give $777, hit it and go in there and hit it. We've got a $5,000 pledge already, and we have a $10,000 pledge. What do you think? All five of us are very excited in our socially distant studio. That's amazing. So go ahead and hit that green pledge, $10,000 right now. You can hit the black pledge other if you'd like to give any other amount, $142 or $29, because that's how many kids you have. We need to have a conversation if that's the case. This is fantastic. We're off to a wonderful, raging start. Obviously, people are giving any amount they would like. We're going to go through a couple different levels, but you can give any amount you want at any time with the black pledge other button. So I was going to ask a question and everybody go crazy, but we're already giving a lot, but I'll ask it anyway. And I want you to answer this as loudly as you can to make your neighbors wonder what the heck is happening over at your house. The question is this. Are you ready, studio audience? Yeah. I can't hear you. Are you ready, studio audience? Would you like to come together as a community, as a group, give generously, support EDC, and help them continue to fight for this paradise that we call home? What do you say? Absolutely. I got really loud. Paul, the tech guy, just got mad at me for yelling in the microphone. All right, so let's go to our $5,000 giving level. We would love for you to hit that $5,000 button. We've already got people in at $10,000, at $5,000. We're going to hit that $5,000 again, and if you would like to give a gift of $5,000 for EDC and help us fight the fight every day, we want you to do that. There's a $5,000 gift. I'm going to start calling off names. I know I've missed some people already, but John and Gloria, thank you for this $5,000 gift. That is fantastic. Who will match them? You know what? Who will match them? Can I give the secret announcement now? I think it's a good time. So I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess this up. Great news, everybody. We have a very wonderful anonymous couple who would like to challenge you a little bit. They are giving a $20,000 matching challenge right here, right now, as the crowd goes crazy. So from here on out, any dollar you give, they will match you dollar for dollar up to $20,000 of cumulative generosity. So if you would like to hit that $5,000 gift button right now, it'll become $10,000 of generosity. And you know very well, EDC is going to go out tomorrow, next week, next month, and utilize your generosity and support these wonderful goods that they do. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my goodness, it's still going. Let's go to $2,500 of generosity. I know everybody's giving whatever they want at this point, but we'll go to the $2,500 level. That's that blue, there is a blue button coming later. There's a green button that says $2,500. And by the way, if you have no idea what's happening yet, we're doing a fundraiser for EDC, and it's a really cool group. And you can just hit buttons and give and make other people feel great about you, the fact that you help people. So at $2,500, go ahead and hit that green button right now. Again, you can hit the black button anytime, and you can pick any amount you would like to give. $20,000 matching challenge. Your gift will be matched dollar for dollar. We thank Louisa. We thank Dan. We thank Mike and Keen. Everybody's giving like crazy. This is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Please continue to give. We are going to go to we're at $2,500. We're going to go to, we have all kinds of notes here. This is amazing. Let's go to 1,000. Why don't we? I like you. I like $1,000. So every year at this point of our gala, we've got everybody sitting around, and they're all going nuts and crazy giving. We ask for $1,000 of generosity, and there's bid cards up like crazy. There's a sea of bid cards in the air. It takes me forever to call off all the numbers, and it makes a huge difference. So if you were thinking about giving 500, maybe think about 1,000, because not only will you be doubling what you were going to give, but our wonderful anonymous donor will give $1,000 as well. So let's see who's ready to give $1,000 of generosity. Hit that green pledge $1,000 button right now. Let's see who's ready to support EDC. Go ahead and hit your $1,000 gift right now, everybody. Help ensure that EDC has the resources they need. Dennis Allen, I'm getting all kinds of wonders. Did Dennis just give $1,000? What? They're wonderful. We're whispering because everybody's giving. I don't know who we're whispering for. People are giving left and right, but it's going so fast. Betsy just gave $1,000. She's even listed twice. I'm not sure that's intentional or not. Barry just gave $1,000. It's amazing. This is our big moment. Everybody hit a $1,000 gift for EDC. It'll be matched dollar for dollar by our wonderful anonymous donor. Pretty cool stuff. So you're really giving $2,000. It's really cool. Your CPA will absolutely love you. All this is 100% tax deductible. Oh, that's right. Dennis, and Judy gave, and Julie and Paul gave it $1,000, and it's just going to continue to keep going, everybody. So let's go on to the $500 level of generosity. Again, if I'm moving too fast, too slow, hit the black pledge other button, and you can give any amount you want. I think million has 6 zeros in it. I didn't do well in math, but I think so. So we'll go to $500 of generosity if you be kind enough to help us protect our climate, our local environment as I try and go too fast. Now's a fantastic time to click the $500 button. Help EDC provide legal protection for what really matters. $500 gift matched dollar for dollar by a wonderful anonymous couple with $500 gifts. Give it up for Sharon, everybody. Give it up for Alan. Hi, Kate. Kate's giving. Hi, Kate. You're usually sitting right over there on my left. I know. David is giving. Renee is giving. This is fantastic. This is our $500 level of generosity. As I use my hands way too much, I can tell now because I have a monitor here and I'm doing this a lot. Well, I'm just excited because we're going to go out into this world tomorrow, and EDC is going to keep fighting the fight. And there is no other organization like it, everybody. They fight day in and day out. Volunteers, employees, they all come together. We lose track of which is which anymore because everyone's such a huge heart here. So please go ahead and give our biggest fundraiser of the year. This is why we're here, right now. Let's go to the $250 level, everybody. As we remember our anonymous gift, anonymous challenge, we'll match this $250 and make it $500. If you be kind enough to give a $250 gift, I am going to pronounce that name. Thank you, Viaja Jamalamadaka. Thank you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Renner is giving, Margaret is giving, David is giving, Beverly is coming in. I know some of these people coming in. We heard people from Idaho, from Vermont. It was going so fast I missed. I'm sure some of you are coming from out of the country. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving with the $250 level. We want to thank everybody for giving. Let's go to the $100 level in the interest of time. And at $100, I will remind you, we cannot do this without you. You are EDC. At the $100 level, once again, we usually see a sea of bid cards go up. People are inspired by other people giving. This is your time. Give that $100. Let's see how many names we can get rolling and scrolling. It'll go so fast we can't even tell. We have people here from EDC on the sidelines almost getting teary-eyed at this generosity, everybody. This is so important to them to be able to go out and fight for you, for your kids, for your grandkids. Let's go at the $100 level. Let's say thank you to Emily. Emily, you're an awesome person. Thanks for giving. Debbie, thanks for showing up on some random YouTube site and helping people. Emily, giving $100, helping people. A lot of people you don't even know, you'll never meet, but it's important as heck. Thank you for giving at the $100 level. If you haven't given yet, if you still have no idea what we're doing here and you were looking for the how to grow tomatoes video on YouTube or something, it's okay. We actually kind of help tomatoes in a long way, a long roundabout way. So give $100 right now, hit that button, and if you'd like, as we close this out for the moment, just temporarily, we're going to point you back to that black pledge other button. If everybody giving here has inspired you, you can go back to that black pledge other button and give an amazing amount right here, right now, of any amount you want. And if you would like to give $4, if you're a 4-year-old and you got $4 you would like to give because you heard some great stories about EDC and they help protect that hiking trail that you like so much, you can go ahead and do that. Ask your mom and dad. In fact, you can just do your whole college fund. I won't tell anybody. Baby don't need no college, right? You can give any amount you would like. So, did that just say what I thought it said? That happened so fast. Did that say? Did that say there was a $10,000? Yes? We've got a $10,000 anonymous gift, everybody. It's going so fast, I'm afraid of what I've missed. Thank you to whoever that was. An anonymous person just gave a 10 or couple, I don't know, a corporation, maybe it was the 4-year-old, I don't know. An anonymous person gave $1,000 generosity. That's what that black button is for. Pledge other. Pledge any amount you want. We are going to keep that, that pledge button open for most of the rest of the program. So if you have missed out on giving so far, maybe you're waiting for a live auction item, and if you come in second place, the pledge button will be there throughout the whole night. Am I talking too much? It kind of feels like it, but we've raised a lot of generosity. So the Donate Now pledge button will be there for the rest of the program. How do we do, everybody? What do you think? All right, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So now we're going to transition. Are you still with us? We're going to do a little bit of live auction. That means I can take a drink of water so you can still hear me. So here's a couple of suggestions, guys, as we transition into our live auction. The chat function is there for you. You can encourage other people to give during our live auction. So one of two things. You can either give by hitting the black bid or green buttons. You're going to see some bid buttons come on here right now. They're just like the pledge buttons were, but they are bid buttons. You can use them to bid, or you can go to chat if for whatever reason you're not bidding on a live auction item, and encourage those people like Jim, who just joined. Jim's going to bid a lot, right, Jim? And then we can encourage other people who are giving. You're going to see the green button here says bid $500. So we'll get to our first live auction item in just a moment as I continue to talk really fast. But you can click that button that says 500 if you want to bid that amount. Or if you'd like to jump the bid up, you can go to the black bid more button and you can type in, again, anything you want. $3,000, for example, which is kind of roughly what we're hoping to get on average on a lot of these live auction items. So if at any point you're frustrated with me because you don't want to hit that green button, it's too low, just keep going up. All right, everybody, finally, the latency or delay factor. Just know what you're seeing on your screen is real time. What I'm saying, what I'm hearing you say, it might all be a little bit delayed because of our just technology in general. Plus, everybody in the world just got off of work, so everyone's on the internet right now. So when you type it in, it's real, it's live. But if I'm a little bit delayed in calling out your name or your bid amount, please just bear with us as we go. Finally, there'll be a shopping cart at the end of the evening up on the right-hand side. It'll tell you, you just click it. It's very easy to check out. You can pay with a credit card, or you can decide to pay a check later on. That's all the housekeeping. We're going to get to live auction item number 1. So without further ado, here we go. The question we ask every year is this. Are you ready to kick things up a notch, have a little bit of fun in Racing Series? It's been a year and I messed it up. Are you ready to kick things up a notch, have a little bit of fun in Racing Series generosity for EDC? What do you say? All right, item number 1, everybody. You can see it up here just to my right, the Ultimate Glamping Experience. This is near Yosemite National Park. I'm going to tell you about it. If you want to hit the blue button that says more info, you can read it, but I'll basically tell you about it right now. This is an adventure of camping in comfort. Even my wife would do this. That's saying something. A 2-night stay in a custom-designed Airstream. It sleeps up to 4 people. It's got a private patio. It's got campfire just outside Yosemite National Park in Mariposa. We do this one every year. It is legendary. AutoCamp's got a heated pool, freshwater pond. It's got a shuttle into the park, for crying out loud. And if that's not enough for you, we're giving you 4 nights in San Francisco. You're headed off to the Hilton, San Francisco Union Square. Incredible views, just blocks from the cable cars and Fisherman's Wharf. All of this will happen on mutually agreed upon dates, so don't worry about it. Plenty of time to figure out when you're going, who you're taking. We want to give a big virtual clap to our donors in the live auction, so give it up for AutoCamp, Jonathan Basson, and Hilton San Francisco. And now is when I usually, in the normal event, I say, let's start it low and see where we go. And we go to 500, and we go 6 and 7 and 8. But if you look at the screen with me, we can see we're already at $1,700 in generosity, everybody. So we'll just pretend how 5 and 7 and 9 and 1,000 and 12 and 15 and 1,700. Oh my goodness. So we're at 1,800, I think, maybe even more at this point. Go ahead and keep bidding, everybody. We're not going to do much auction chanting right during this because I'm probably going to mess you up with the delay factor. So I'm going to encourage you to just bid right now. Put the highest amount you've ever heard of. Is that Google, Plex or something, Infinity? Just put a very high number in there, because if you wait for me to say sold, you think you're going to snipe or time it, it's not like the regular event, you probably miss out. So put in that amount right now. Let's see, what else can we tell you? 2-night stay, custom designed Airstream, sleeps up to 4 people. We got at least $2,000 of generosity here. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Angela. We love you for bidding. We're going to close it out in just a moment, so put your final bids in right now for Yosemite Are we gonna moment? We're gonna see it. We're gonna see in a moment. You're gonna see the winner on the screen in just a moment. Let's give you a couple more seconds to go. Mike, if you want this, you got to come back in. Daniel, if you want it, you got to come back in. I don't think Angela's taking you. She's a nice person, but you know she's got other friends. Here we go. Last call, final warning. If you want Yosemite, get it in there right now. I think Sharon might have sniped it. Let's find out. We're gonna close it out. Let's see who our winner is. Sharon. Sharon's got it. Everybody at $2,200 of generosity for EDC. What do you think? Pretty good. So that $2,200 gets into EDC's world, and we go out and we help people. We do things. We help the environment. Thank you for giving. Thank you for clapping. Thank you for talking in the chat window. Let's give her a lot of encouragement. Thank you, Lindy, for thanking Sharon. All right, here we go. Are we good? We're moving on to item number 2. Would you like this? Surfboard right here, everybody. We got a surfboard coming up. I'm going to be behind the podium anymore. Is coming to you. We've also got our R2 Ulex front zip full wetsuit as well. It's really cool. It's fantastic. You get the board, you get the wetsuit. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to put it back, and then it's going to fall over if I'm not careful, and everybody will laugh. Here we go. Are we good? We love it. Thank you, Fletcher. Fletcher's a man, fantastic shaper. You've got to look at the YouTube videos and see everything. I saw a reflection. I thought it was falling over. All right, so what do we got? It's a Huevo Ranchero surfboard. It's great for any skill level, okay? So get it for somebody you love. You can do that as well. Easy to surfboard, high performance, neoprene-free wetsuit. Have you ripping in no time. Give it up for our donor, Patagonia, everybody. Did I stall long enough for you guys to bid on this now? All right, Mark, thanks for bidding. I think you're in 3rd place. Rick, you need to come back in. Mark's back in. We got at least $1,200 of generosity here, everybody. Both of these are coming your way. The wetsuit alone is fantastic. The board is cool as well. We need to close this out, so you got to get your final bids in, everybody. Place your high bid right now in our live auction. Last call, final warning. Mike has come back in. It's the Mike and Mark show. They're battling back and forth. Mike, you got to get your final bids in there. It's going to close any second. Are you good? Are you ready? Who's going to win it? Last call, final warning. Are we all in? Are we all done? Let's see who our winner is. It's Mike DeWeber. I'm scared of the other name. I'm sorry. What is that? Sean? Sean. Thank you, Mike and Sean. Take me with you. Oh. We know people who are winning. It's really cool. All right, item number 3. Well, of course, Lindy thanks Patagonia. Lee says the Weber family is bidding Hillary. I don't even know what that means anymore. I should probably stop looking at the chat window. So, all right, here we go. Item number 3, everybody. This is my personal favorite, the Sustainable Vine Wine Tours. We do this one every year. It is legendary. We cannot find half the people that went on it last year. It's that good. It's amazing. This is our intimate wine tasting experience for 8. You can hit that blue button that says more info if you want more info, but I'm going to blather on about it anyway and tell you a little bit more. Sustainable Vine Wine Tours will take you and 7 friends on a tour of some of the most finest organic, sustainable, biodynamic vineyards from the San Ynez Valley to the Santa Rita Hills. Again, everybody, this is for 8 people. You can start bidding on it right now. You don't have to wait for me to finish. You're going to be traveling in the comfort of a Mercedes biodiesel passenger van. Okay, that's really good stuff with one of the most knowledgeable tour guides in the area. We're going to set it all up for you. You got great tastings at 3 boutique wineries. We'll be traveling around, having some of the best wine. This is an afternoon you will never remember. No laughs, no laugh track. I don't know. We've got a gourmet picnic lunch coming your way as well. It is made to order, and you're going to be in a vineyard setting. If you don't have 7 friends, we can provide them for you. Again, mutually agreed upon date, so you got plenty of time when you're going to do this, actually through July 9th of 2022. Okay, so plenty of time to figure out when you're mutually going to agree to maybe or maybe not socially distance anyway. You're going to be outside having a great picnic lunch all the way through July of 2022. Please get up for our virtual donor, everybody, Sustainable Vine Wine Tours. Woo! All right, so what's it all worth, everybody? $2,000, $3,000, whatever you give for EDC. That is what this is worth tonight. Let's take a look and see who's bidding like crazy maniacs here to support EDC. We got Linda, we got Mark, we got Angela. They're all going at it. You've got to get in there right now. This is for 8 people, 4 couples or 8 BFFs. You got an incredible van. You got an incredible tour guide, all kinds of tastings. I really want you to take me on this with you. I want you to bid like crazy on this. Can we get this higher? Can you give a little bit more to support EDC? You get to drink great wine and support the Environmental Defense Center. I'm not sure there's a better opportunity on the planet at this time. We sold this for, I think it's upwards of $4,000 in the past. So right now, you are getting an amazing opportunity. If you'd like to go, place a bid. Call up your friends. Get them in on this one. It's a fantastic opportunity for 8 people. Owen is in at the moment, 1,400. We keep going up. If you'd like to bid 1,500 or more, hit that green button, hit the black button. You can give any amount you want. I'm rambling on. I'm waiting for people to give. One last time. Last call, final warning. Are we going to close it out? This is your last call. We want to break somebody's heart. We want to steal Angela's hopes and dreams. Last call, final warning. Get your final bid in. It is going. It says thank you. All kinds of people. Go Angela, go Owen. Angela, take Owen with you. I want to go. Somebody take me with you. I'm too loud. Okay, here's a question. Would you like to go to Montana? Would you like to go to Whitefish, Montana? This is one of our legendary packages. Thank you to Leanne for making this happen. She's an amazing woman that helps EDC, and this is probably my other favorite of the night. You will enjoy 4. It loves the outdoors. There are gorgeous lakes. There's incredible, the Glacier National Park is nearby. Unbelievable skiing, unbelievable hiking. We can take you through, let's see, January 9th of 2022. Mutually agreed upon dates all the way through January 2022. Plenty of time to figure out when you're going. Let's give it up for our wonderful donor, everybody, Leanne Schillinger. So those that have been have said this is truly a beautiful, incomparably beautiful place. I'm going to undersell this with words. We're going to undersell it with pictures. This is the one you need to bid on if you want to get away. Take a few people with you. Again, you can sleep up to a family of 4, beautifully remodeled 2-bedroom home in Whitefish, Montana, and I just can't say enough about it. I just want you to go and relax and support EDC at the same time. So let's see, everybody, what's it going to be? I think we've sold this for close to $4,000 or $5,000 in the past. Right now, you're looking at about $1,800 or so. Lori's bidding like crazy. Linda's in. Jane is in. I think a few people who have been to this before are bidding. If that gives you any indication, get your bids in right now. You can bid right now with the green button if you like that number. You can also hit the bid more button, that black button, and take somebody out. Just $5,000. What the heck? Go ahead and do it. It's money. Skip a payment. It's not a big deal. All right, here we go. Angela's back in. Tara's trying. Owen's going for it. Who's going to win? Who's going to go to Whitefish? Again, you got plenty of time to figure out when you're going. I think it's a state north of here, roughly, where I am. I don't know. Whitefish, Montana. Leanne has donated it. She's an awesome EDC supporter. So many people are giving. So many people donating. This is fantastic, everybody. We're getting close. We're over $2,500 of generosity. It's getting close to $3,000. We're going to close this out. You've got to bid right now. You're going to go home without it. Well, you're already home. It's kind of difficult to explain. Here we go. Laura, you got to come back in. Angela, you got to come back in. Last call. Final warning for Whitefish. Here we go. Last call. Final warning. It is going. It is going. We're going to announce a winner as soon as I stop stalling, which hasn't happened yet because we just hit 3,000 or more. We're going to keep going until I'll run out of breath, apparently. Does my voice go any higher than this? I don't know. Here we go. Last call. I'm getting hurry up sign from some people, and I'm getting this slow down. They're still bidding from other people. It's all very confusing, as most of my life is. We're going to go up to, we're going to get close to $3,500 of generosity. Who's talking? We got Linda, Owen, Linda. That's going back and forth. They're bidding, they're chatting, they're bidding. We're going to close it out because we got to move on. Last call, final warning. It is going, and let's see who has won. Drum roll, Lori. Lori Bliss takes it at $3,500. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are raising every dollar. Every time you chat in there, every time you clap and we can't hear you because you're at home, it helps. It supports. It inspires others to give. Thank you for what you're doing to support EDC, one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. And in speaking of one of our biggest, we are at item number 5, and it is our biggie, everybody. This is the annual legendary Stoltman Vineyards Dinner. Give it up for Tom and Marilyn, everybody, for helping out every year, supporting EDC. This is our exclusive dinner for 8. I will tell you right now, this has gone for up to $7,500 of generosity in the past. So if you are new to EDC, if somebody told you to click the link and see what's going on, it's a great organization, but you're still not sure, but you'd like to support, this is an amazing wine dinner. I don't have much I can say about it because Tom usually comes up and talks about it. I can just tell you that it's just an amazing, amazing wine dinner. They love great food and they crave great wine, and they share both with you this night. So we have a mutually agreed upon date, first of all, through January 9th of 2022. Plenty of time to figure out who you're taking, why you're doing it. If you have an anniversary in the next 12 months, it's probably a good thing. If you have a birthday, make some noise if you have a birthday in the next year. year? Do you have a birthday in the next year? Maybe. So you grab 7 friends. You'll enjoy a gourmet home-cooked meal in Stoltman Vineyards' fabulous Villa Angeli, the family's private residence overlooking the estate. Do you need to hear any more? It's overlooking the estate. Incredible vineyard. You'll be having dinner with your friends. Maybe you bring some colleagues, some family members, some employees, some clients. Take somebody you love. Enjoy the best vintages the vineyards has to offer, along with California wine country cuisine. This is personally prepared by Tom and Marilyn. And when Tom's not looking, you go get the good wine. Go get the best wine. We'll distract him. I'm kidding. He provides it anyway. He's going to get you some incredible wine. They want to share great food and great wine with you. Am I talking enough? Have I sold you enough? It's one of the best dinners you will ever have. And these 2 people love EDC like no other. They are going to take care of you like no other. So go ahead. Bid like crazy right now, everybody. Here we go. Back button, hit 3,000, hit 4,000, whatever you'd like to do. One of the coolest dinners we can possibly think of. They love EDC. They're going to take care of you. 7 people coming with you, maybe 4 couples, 8 BFFs, whatever you want to do. Plenty of time to figure out when you're going. Plus, you get to stay at Tom's house for a year. So is that not the case? No. It's a different Tom. Never mind. I'll scratch that. This is our big one, everybody. Go like crazy. The most important part of this, though, of all, is that you outbid Lee. Make it famous. Come on, Lee. We want Lee to win. We want Lee to win, but we want everybody to keep bidding. So here we go. If you'd like to give, we're somewhere north of $2,000 of generosity right now. Keep bidding, everybody. This is one of our coolest ones of the night. Tom and Marilyn will go all out for you again. Legendary food and wine. We are 2,200. Angela. I like you, Angela. I want you and me. We're going to get you some of these. Angela. It's a heavyweight fight. Here we go, back and forth. Owen's telling us how cool this is. Selena's giving us random happy faces. I think maybe she's already got invited. Nobody's won yet. So here we go, $2,300 at least is where we are. Keep bidding, everybody, but we've got to close it out. We got to keep going. We promised to be done with this in like an hour, and I'm rambling on way too long. So here we go. You got to get the bid in. Put it in right now. Last call, everybody. Last call, final warning. Who is our winner going to be? It's Lee and Angela at the very end. Is somebody going to come in and snow? Lee's back in. Who's going to come in? Snipe it at the last second. It's okay on this one. Make them pay a little bit more. It's okay. Back and forth they go. Last call, final warning. Oh, Alice! Alice! Where did you come from, Alice? Come on! My goodness! Lee is back in! Let it go! I know, it's still going. Alice was trying to snipe till the last second. It was close. It was really close. Here we go. Still going. Alice and Lee. Angela's waiting now. I don't know what's happening anymore. I've lost control of the room. It's all right. We're at 3,600, maybe more. I know I'm a little behind. It's okay. It has to do with my schooling. Just kidding. I love my school. I love everybody. 30. Alice is back in again. Lee's back in again. Keep it going, everybody. If you're at home, give them a virtual round of applause. Drive over to their house right now. Let them know we love them. The suspense is killing me too, Daphne. I know. Again, I'm probably behind on the chat. Here we go. We're getting close to $5,000. Is somebody just going to hit $5,000 in there and take it home? Maybe they already did. I'm a little behind. I haven't watched The Matrix yet, so I'm not sure I'm even live. I'm behind myself. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm the surfboard. I don't know. I like this plant. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm stalling because I want $5,000 of generosity. There we go. My mask. Oh, the mask. Holy cow. What is this? This is a Tom and Marilyn personal designed mask. They are going to give everyone coming a personally designed mask. And it says, love you bunches. It doesn't say what I thought it said when I first read it. It says bunches. Love you bunches. They are giving personalized face masks to all of our winning people that are coming. So if you want to win, you got to bid. I'm doing this one with the face mask. Here we go. $5,200 of generosity, maybe a little bit more, depending on the latency. We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to cut this off. This is your last call. This is your final warning to get it in. I believe, I'm like, can't talk right now. Talking too much. So Lee and Alice, I think at the moment, are they our last two at the moment? If anyone would like to outbid them now, you have to do so or you are not going to the dinner. You are eating with me at some random place that no one knows about. Last call. Final warning. Are we all good all through? Here's what we're going to do. Our last two givers. We have reached such a high level of generosity We have just heard from Tom and Marilyn. They would like to double the benefit for EDC. So we are going to give this to the last two people. Are we going to say sold or not? No. Are we with Lee and Alice? Is that where we are? So it is my belief at this time Lee and Alice are our final two givers at least $5,100. If I don't see anything else in the next 3 seconds, we are going to say both of these wonderful people, both these wonderful families are going to give that $5,100 of generosity. We're going to double this one up for EDC, sell it 2 times. Let's give it to both of them, everybody. What do you say? Alice, if that's all right with you, we'll get you. It may not show it in your screen right now or the shopping cart. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. Let's give it up for Tom and Marilyn, everybody, for doubling that one up. And now we're on to our last 2 live auction items, everybody. It's fantastic. It's amazing. We're raising so much generosity. Thank you for giving. Thank you for watching. We're almost to the most important part of our evening, which I've said 3 times now because it's all the most important part. Bud Bottoms limited edition Condor sculpture, everybody. He's back. They are back. This wonderful, wonderful family is back. The studio is back to support EDC. The late James Bud Bottoms created this gorgeous 15-inch tall limited edition bronze sculpture as a model for a life-size condor installation he was planning on proposing for Santa Barbara. And you can see already we are having bids coming in. His desire was to honor this ancient bird and to recognize those who have contributed to its rehabilitation and protection. We're going to help do that a little bit here tonight, and you're going to help EDC at the same time as we support EDC. And we thank Bud Bottoms Studio and Carol Ann for making this happen. This limited edition bronze piece has been generously donated by Bud Bottoms Studio. Give it up for Bud Bottoms Studio. They're doing this in recognition of EDC's work to prevent target shooting in undesignated areas of the Los Padres National Forest, a practice which can be fatal to condors and other wildlife. Bud was a Santa Barbara local. He was a committed environmentalist, founded longtime EDC client Get Oil Out, or GOO, and he is internationally known for his dolphin fountains in Ireland, Mexico, Japan, and right here in Santa Barbara. Give it up one last time for Bud Bottoms Studio and Carol Ann. We're already at $3,000 of generosity. Check this out, everybody. Amazing stuff. Way to go. All right, so we're going, we're live. We've got a bid right now on the statue, everybody. You can bid the next amount. If that green button, that number works for you, hit the black button if you would like to give more. Right here, right now is your chance to walk away with this incredible, incredible sculpture. We are at least at $3,100. Peter was in the lead the last I saw. Alice, you got to come back in. Jan, you got to come back in. We got to close it out pretty soon. The auctioneer is married to who was asking, and what is happening in the chat window anymore? I don't know. We have the Condor sculpture. Alice is in the lead, I think. Here we go. Last call, final warning. We're going to close it out in just a moment. If you'd like to support EDC, if you'd like to take the sculpture home, last call, final warning. Let's see who our winner is. It's Alice, everybody. Give it up for Alice. $3,400 of generosity. We thank you so much. We thank Bud Bottoms Studio and Carol Ann for that. Amazing. Here we go. Final item of the night for our live auction. Thank you for putting up with me for rambling and screaming. I'm excited to support EDC. This is our mountain paradise in Colorado. By law, you have to take me with you. No, that's not true. Okay, fine. Go on your own. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplex. It'll sleep up to 6 very happy people. We are going to Crested Butte, Colorado, often referred to as the last great Colorado ski town. It's also our last great live auction item. So if you want to win something here today, this is a great chance for you to do it. This is yours for a full week. Find 5 happy friends to go with you. Find 3 couples to go with you. 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplex. This has an inviting fireplace. It's got a newly renovated indoor hot tub, and of course some of the best skiing the Centennial State has to offer. You can enjoy your mountain paradise on mutually agreed upon dates with our donor Sally through between October 11th and May of next year. Plenty of time to figure out when you're going. We'd like to say thank you to our final live auction donor of the night. Give it up for former EDC board member Sally Simajid for helping out. Hi, Sally. Know you're watching. Thank you for all you're doing. We are going to, well, I would normally say we're going to open up the bidding, but of course we're virtual, so we've already opened it up. Anna Martinez is trying to win. Tara's trying to win. Angela's coming back in. 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplex, a full week at this amazing place. Sally is going to take care of you. We're going to make sure it's the right dates for you. We're going to make sure you have enough friends to come. No, we're not. You're going to have to handle that on your own, but I'm just rambling at this point. We have at least $2,000 of generosity, everybody. ready. We love you. Thank you so much for giving, for bidding, but this is your last chance in the live auction. Your last chance to hit mute, and please stop that auctioneer from talking. I know, I get it a lot, but you can bid and support EDC. Here we go. Final call from Mountain Paradise in Colorado. If you want to give more, if you want to beat Tara and Amber and Angela, hit the black button. Type in like 4 or 5 grand. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and do it. Last call coming up in just a moment if you want Colorado. Last call. Judy, you want to go to Colorado? Paul, you want to go to Colorado? They're giving me these. Yes, I'm stalling one last time so Amber can come back in. Tara can come back in. Last call. Final warning for Colorado. Last call as we go crazy when I say sold on this last item as we support EDC. Are we ready? Last call. Final warning. We're going to find out who our winner is. It is going to be Tara. She gets it at the last minute. Judy, come here. Give me the height. It's virtual. That's distancing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one more huge round of applause for everyone for hitting all those green buttons and giving a lot of generosity to support EDC. Okay, so quickly, this concludes our live auction, but the cool thing is, you might have heard Owen say earlier, and you're going to hear him say it later, we got 4 amazing items that we're going to hold over. It's like our almost live section. We're calling it our later live auction. They're going to be open after this is all over and for the next week or so on the website, the main website. You can just go anytime you want and you can bid on these incredible 4 items through July 17th. Our instant wine cellar is included. One of our historically cool items. It's over 50 bottles of wine. We have an escape to Canada's Queen City. You can enjoy a week in a wonderful hillside cabin. It sleeps 6 people up in Nelson, British Columbia. So you can bid on that as well in just a little bit. Again, it'll be open for a whole week. These are 4 additional items that we're not going to do right now in the live auction. We want to give everybody a chance to bid over the course of a week for 4 of our live auction items. So there are our later live auction. There's an incredible trip to New Orleans as well. If you want the food, the drink, the jazz, is a great condo right at the edge of the famous French Quarter, can be yours. And finally, an incredible tranquil stay on the coast of Mexico, a 2-bedroom home in the peaceful town of La Manzanilla. All of those open through July 17th, so plenty of time to come back, take a drink, get a nap, come back tomorrow, place a bid. It'll still be cool. All right, there'll be a clear link on the website, the EDC main website, over the next week here, so plenty of time to do that. In addition, we're going to have the Donate Now button on your screen for most of the rest of the program, except for videos and things like that. They'll see the Donate Now button, so if you still would like to give, you'll have one final chance throughout the evening. Hit the pledge button and you'll be able to do that. Finally, everybody, your shopping cart's coming your way here at the end of the night. Just click that shopping cart in the top right-hand portion of your screen. It'll include silent auction items if you haven't already paid for them, anything you gave during our paddle race and our live auction. You can pay by check, you can pay by credit card, or you can just send a carrier pigeon with like $100, wad it up and send it over to Owen's house. It's the same thing at the end of the day. And speaking of Owen, let's hear it from him one more time. Owen, welcome back.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you all for that incredible generosity. On behalf of the board and the staff at EDC, please accept our thanks for making this evening a success and for supporting our work in such an incredible way. I now have a great pleasure and an honor, in fact, to introduce our special guest this evening, someone whose writing and leadership have meant so much to me personally and to the environmental movement overall, Mr. Bill McKibben. Bill is a celebrated author, educator, and environmentalist, and the co-founder of 350.org, the first planet-wide grassroots climate change movement. Bill is the author of more than a dozen books, starting with 1989's The End of Nature, up through his most recent Falter, Has the Human Game Begun to Play Itself Out? He holds honorary degrees from 18 colleges and universities, and the Boston Globe has said that he is probably America's most important environmentalist. It is my great honor and our privilege to welcome Mr. Bill McKibben.
Well, hello. Greetings from the far coast up in the woods of Vermont. It's a real pleasure to get to join you tonight and to say thanks for all the work that gets done at the Environmental Defense Center. Look, Santa Barbara is one of the really special places on Earth, and for so many reasons. And I was there last year to mark the 50th anniversary of the Environmental Studies Department at UCSB. And I know that one of the reasons that that's the vintage it is because of the oil spill that helped trigger the modern environmental movement. And that's why what you do there at EDC is amplified even beyond the good works that you accomplish all the time, because you're doing it in a place that speaks to everyone about why we need to take such good care of this planet. Of course, when the issue 50 years ago was about oil spilling into the sea, it was easy for us to see. But now, of course, the biggest problems we face are about carbon spilling into the atmosphere. And the problem there is that that's invisible, or at least it was invisible when I started writing about it 30 years ago. Not so much anymore. I mean, as the temperature has risen, you all have seen closer up than most people what it means to live with heat waves like we've never seen before, with droughts deeper than California's ever experienced before. You know much too well what it means that forest fire season now lasts all year round, and you can get massive blazes in December and then followed by record rainfalls in January, and the mud slides straight to the ocean. That's why the work that you're doing is so important in so many ways. Yeah, it's really crucial that we stop offshore oil drilling because of the damage that it causes. It's really important that we stop onshore oil drilling in California because it's conducted next to people's homes and schools, and we know who those people are going to be, always the poorest and most vulnerable people. Those are really key. That's why the effort to end fracking in California, to get first Governor Brown, now Governor Newsom, to sign on to an end finally to new oil permits in California has been so important. But not just for California, for all of us. The world is linked together in ways that we can't escape and shouldn't try to escape. What happens in California for the bad affects people all over the world. Just as much it affects the forest fires in Australia, or the rising sea levels in Bangladesh, or all the other places that 350.org gets to work. And what happens in California for the good affects everybody too. That California has become one of the clean energy leaders on this planet is very good news. And it means only that we need to ramp that up even faster, to get even further out in the lead, to provide even more clearly the example of what a large state, an economy the size of Germany, running entirely on clean energy can look like. And we need it sooner rather than later, because the problem we face with global warming is pace. Almost impossible pace with which it's coming at us now. We think we have 10 years to solve this problem, 10 years at least to begin dealing with it. That's where the leverage lies, because once we go past certain tipping points, then we never get that chance again. And that's why what you guys do is, well, it's crucial, because you're one of the instruments for applying that leverage. We see, even in the last few weeks, how important legal strategies and law firms are in these fights. Over the last few days, as I'm recording this, we've managed to win big pipeline battles on the Atlantic Coast Pipeline, on the Keystone Pipeline, on the Dakota Access Pipeline. Lawyers were crucial in all those battles, and God bless them. But they can only do their work when they've got a huge movement behind them too. Because in the end, it's public opinion, public action that sways everything that we do. But you guys realize that you understand how to work in coalition, that you're in service of larger ideals. That's what makes me so happy to get to join with you. Look, I cannot promise you that we're going to win these fights. We've waited a long time to get started. But I can promise you that we're going to fight, and there are people all over the world who are engaged in that fight. I get to see them and work with them daily. And, of course, they look back to that coastline in California as one of the kind of sacred spots in this movement, one of the places where this fight began. So thank you for upholding that legacy. Thank you for making it real in the 21st century. Thank you for the work you've done. Thank you even more for the work that lies ahead.
Thanks so much, Bill, for joining us at our event. So I'm really excited to welcome back our special musical guest, Glenn Phillips. Glenn is a longtime member of the EDC family, and we greatly appreciate his support. At previous Green and Blues, he's brought along his old bandmates, Toad the Wet Sprocket, to play for us. And a few years ago, he did a solo acoustic set, and at the end, he offered himself up as an auction item to the highest bidder for a private concert. That was so sweet. Thanks again, Glenn, and take it away.
Nothing so loud as hearing when we lie. Truth is not kind. You said neither am I. Yeah, outside so song, saying everything. Everything. All I want is to feel this way, be this close, be the same. All I want is to feel this way. Evening speaks, feel it say. Nothing so cold as closing the heart. All we need is to free the soul. We wouldn't be that brave, I know. Yeah, outside so soft, confessing everything. Everything. All I want is to feel this way, be this close, be the same. All I want is to feel this way. Evening speaks, feel it say. And it won't matter now, whatever happens will be. Though the air speaks of all will never be, it won't trouble me, no, no. It won't trouble me. All I want is to feel this way, be this close, be the same. All I want is to feel this way. Evening speaks, feel it say. It feels so close. Let it take me in, let it hold me so I can feel it say. All right. Thank you so much for supporting the EDC, all the work they do to protect the South Coast's environment, the education, the legal work, all the advocacy. So thank you, EDC, and thank you, you. with a shrug of her shoulders. The mountain came down, tore a path all the way to the water, through my sleeping town. And the trails I'd wandered, all erased in the birth of the billion-year-old rock, from the naked gasping earth. Oh, my children, where you gonna go? Now you lost the land you called your home. When the earth is burning, fever on her brow, crying, oh, my children, who will save you now? Now the winters hit harder, the summers are fire, and the rains are the tears of a mother for her rebellious, reckless child. But still the spring brings clover with the blackened oaks, the sprays and fledgling branches, and the wild flowers blow. Oh, my children, where you gonna go? Now you lost the land you called your home. When the earth is burning, fever on her brow, crying, oh, my children, who will save you now? Farewell, the family of the Holocene. Farewell, the fragile air, to see the land. 5 times before she's seen the rise and fall again, but never by their own hand, never by their own. Oh, my children, chaos was my lover, fate is my bride. We will meet at the edge of the ocean and the ever-rising tide. Oh, my children, where you gonna go? Now you lost the land you called your home. When the earth is burning, fever on her brow, crying, oh, my children, who will save you now? When the earth is burning, fever on her brow, crying, oh, my children, who will save you now?
Wow, Glenn, that was amazing. It's great to have you back at Green and Blue. Thank you so much. We have so many heroes in our midst who lift us up and make a huge impact on our lives and our work. I am pleased to present EDC's Environmental Hero Award this year to Senator Hannah-Beth Jackson. As a senator and a member of the Assembly, Hannah-Beth has been a true champion for environmental protection, and she's been a respected leader both locally and in Sacramento. Recently, we were on a call over Zoom with a state official, and the senator popped in to eloquently advance the merits of our position. And when she departed the call, the official raised her eyebrows and looked at us and said, "Wow, you brought in the big guns on that one." Senator Jackson has brought her big guns to so many issues that are important to our community. Just to name a few, she introduced legislation to make it harder, if not impossible, for oil companies to pursue new drilling off our coast. She also introduced legislation to put an end to all marine barging off the state of California. She secured funding to clean up abandoned leaking oil wells, including in Summerlin and Elwood, and to make sure that Platform Holly and Rincon Island are fully decommissioned. She's currently helping us fight onshore oil drilling proposals that threaten drinking aquifers for communities. And a few years ago, she helped EDC and our clients defeat a polluting peaker power plant in Oxnard. Public health and safety are also priorities for the senator. When she was in the Assembly, there were a couple pesticide drift incidents in Ventura County that impacted school children. She immediately reached out to EDC and the Farm Bureau and introduced legislation to protect schools and school children from the impacts of pesticide applications on nearby farms. She's also a strong advocate for open space and wildlife. She went to critical steps to secure funding that was necessary for us to preserve Elwood Mesa. And she's also helped secure funding to ensure the removal of Matilaha Dam on the Ventura River watershed. And perhaps a little on the wonky side, she's introduced legislation to ensure strict environmental review standards for new development projects and to ensure climate planning is part of that process. I'm not sure what we'll do without Hannah-Beth in the state legislature. We look forward to seeing what she's going to do next. Thank you, Senator, and congratulations. And now we'll hear a few words from the senator herself.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the most unusual green and blue celebration the Environmental Defense Center has yet put on. But I'm your state senator, Hannah-Beth Jackson, and I'm really honored to receive the Environmental Defense Center Award for Environmental Hero. I am really, truly honored. This is such a wonderful organization. I did have a few remarks that I was going to make, and I asked my granddaughter if she would read them and see if she thought they were pretty good. Well, she read them out loud, and I decided that she read them so well that I'm going to ask her to share them with you. Ellery?
EDC has worked tirelessly for more than 40 years to safeguard our environment, from climate change and renewable energy to clean water and open space. EDC always takes the lead in fighting for what's right. We live in the most beautiful place in the world, and it's our duty to ensure it stays that way for generations to come. My grandmother has been proud to author numerous environmental bills handling a wide range of problems: pesticide regulations near schools, offshore oil drilling, oil well cleanup, and wildlife prevention are just some of the issues she has championed. This pandemic has showed us more than ever before that we're all in this together. Hopefully that mentality can carry over to climate change and environmental protection in general. We need to work together if we're going to save this planet. Thank you again for this award, and thank you for the incredible work you do to protect our environment. Thank you.
Well, of course, you know that was wildfire protection, but it's a lot of things that we've done together. It's a lot of great work because of you and your commitment to the Environmental Defense Center and the Environmental Defense Center's commitment to our planet, to our people, and to the fact that indeed we really do just simply borrow. We have borrowed this planet from the next generation, and it is our duty and responsibility to make sure they inherit something to which they can be proud, and frankly, which continues to exist. So in this COVID-19 world, when we can't be together, when I can't thank you all personally for your commitment to the EDC and recognize the great work the EDC has done, it has been my honor and my privilege to work with them and to work on your behalf to make this a better place for us all. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Contribute to this great organization. We have much work to do for that generation to follow. Thank you.
Congratulations, Senator Jackson. Once again, we're so honored to be able to recognize your incredible legacy for our environment. Thank you for sharing this evening with us and for being our environmental hero. And thank you all for being here tonight and for making this such an incredibly successful event for EDC. This is a challenging year, and the funds that we raise today will really help get us through these long summer months and continue our important work. If you haven't had a chance to give yet, if you were holding on thinking that you might win an auction item but you still want to give, it's not too late. There's a donate button right here on the screen. You can give at any time. And of course, you can always find us at environmentaldefensecenter.org. Every dollar makes a difference. Thank you so much. I also want to add one thing just to remind you of something that Jim said earlier on. Starting right this moment, there are 4 additional auction items, brand new live auction size items, travel, adventure, a cellar full of wine that are available starting right now on this site. No one has bid on them yet. You can be the first. Check them out. Get your bids in early. They will only be up until the end of the day on July 17th, so don't waste time. Get in there and take a look. Thank you again. It has been such a pleasure spending the evening with you. I hope we're able to see you face to face very soon, but until that time, thank you for being with us. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home when you can, and we'll see you soon.